Alright guys, we're back for another Dokkan battle video. So, today we're going to go ahead and take a look at LR Full-Power Frieza. This should be the next LR that will be coming to Global Dokkan. I think probably any day now, there's going to be like an announcement or a day to download or something. Maybe just randomly one day on the Facebook, they'll post the super attack and the card info like they did with Namek Goku. Because Full-Power Frieza is definitely the next banner coming for Global Dokkan, right? Now, Full-Power Frieza is very good, I would say that. Full-Power Frieza would have been a lot better if he had come out before, like, the LR Super Saiyan 4s and Gohan and Goten, you know, units like that, and, you know, Kale and Khalifa as well. But Full-Power Frieza is still really good, right? He does a lot of things well. In order to be at full power, he does need to be at lower health. So there he is at a 3 million attack stat right away. That's quite good, considering how much better he gets as his health drops. So that's not bad. I actually think Full-Power Frieza is very similar to LR Cell, the new Int LR Cell. The one big difference I would say, though, is that unlike Cell, who has maybe the worst link set of any summonable LR, I would have to say so. I mean, maybe that's something I'd have to look a little deeper at, but it's just off the top of my head, I would say that Cell has the worst link set of any summonable LR in the game, right? Whereas LR Full-Power Frieza, you look at his links: Prodigies, Universe's Most Malevolent, Strongest Clan in Space, Big Bad Bosses, Over in a Flash, Fierce Battle, Legendary Power. He has a godly link set for where you're going to use him, which is either on the Planet Namek Saga team, on the Wicked Bloodline team, which is the best team, or you could use him on the Transformation Boost team. You could even use him on full power as well, because there are many Over in a Flash units on full power. So, I don't know, maybe Frieza and Super Saiyan 3 Goku. Now, you know, they'd only share Over in a Flash and Fierce Battle, but that's still 3 key and 15% attack, so not exactly a small number, right? Now, as for, wait, let's see, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 3, 6, okay, boom, there we go. Now, as Frieza, again, like, gets lower and lower in health, he begins to do more damage, like, to a ridiculous amount. Again, very similar to LR Cell, whereas, like, I mean, LR Cell, yes, there we're at 4 million, so that's, like, Big Bad Bosses being active, as well as, like, his next threshold of his passive, and then, like, there you guys go, like, LR Cell is not, like, before he transforms, I have not seen him at, like, 4 million plus very often, or if, like, ever at all, right? That's not really... Cell can hit insanely hard, very, very impressively hard after he transforms, which is so difficult to do, falling under 30% HP. Now, Frieza, you know, his damage really starts to jump. I would say once you fall below 70% HP, like around that threshold, you know, so you have like Big Bad Bosses active, which is 25% attack. Then Frieza gets, you know, 80% attack at the start of turn, 10% attack for being under 90%, and then another 20% attack for being under 70%. And then, of course, again, with Big Bad Bosses at that point, another 25%. That's where he starts to hit like a juggernaut. He starts to cruise with the amount of damage he is able to deal. Now, one thing he does do is he does lower health on his 12-key super attack. Now, you could make the claim that, oh, that's good, because it'll get him closer to what you want to see from him, which, of course, is, you know, lower health. You know, you're going to want stuff like Big Bad Bosses active, all of that. But I don't know. I'm just not the biggest fan of LRs lowering health on their 12-key super attack. I think their 18-key super is fine because, like, you know, you can only do that once per turn anyway, right? Whereas any, like, unless there's an like a new LR that would come out where it would explicitly say that their additional would be another 18-key super attack or something like that, which has never happened before. But, like, you're always, like, anytime an LR gets an additional, it's a 12-key super attack. So, you know, if you get an additional Full-Power Frieza, you're lowering your health. Now, again, that'll get you to Big Bad Bosses, that'll get you more of his HP thresholds to activate, but still, I'm not really the biggest fan of it. But again, like, you know, on a Wicked Bloodline team, like, most of those units are going to have Big Bad Bosses, so you fall below that, and then all of a sudden, they're all tanky, they're all doing, you know, 3 million plus, or 2 million plus, you know, you guys get what I'm saying, like, that team, Wicked Bloodline, is very, very good. I've actually been talking with the homie Gresh a little bit. We've been tossing out some ideas, because we both do sort of think that I mean, listen, Goresh, y'all know Goresh wants golden cooler, he wants golden metal cooler, you know, transforming final, like all the transforming stuff, Goresh wants it all. But I do really think a Angel Frieza that transforms into Angel Golden Frieza would be a fantastic unit to add into the game at this moment. You know, because I've said many times, outside of like UI Goku's transformations, I thought like Frieza's Golden Frieza transformation in the Tournament of Power, well, before the Tournament of Power, like, you know, the little, when Goku and Frieza are at Baba's, that was like the best transformation in Dragon Ball Super up to that point. So like that would be a fantastic transformation animation and transformation character. That Frieza could be a leader of the Angel category, which I think should be in the game. So that would have, you know, Paikuhan would be on there, Gogeta, like there'd be like Angel Cell. You could probably, presumably get like, you know, the GT Frieza and Cell. Like there's just a lot of units that you could probably toss on that Angel category. That would make it very interesting, right? Okay, so we've pretty much seen what we want to see from Full-Power Frieza on this Namek team. I guess I'm going to hop into the Legendary Goku event right now, and we're going to be on the Wicked Bloodline team. We'll start taking some damage, get Frieza, you know, to these lower thresholds to begin getting these big boosts in power that he can get, and then, you know, see how good he is there. Alright guys, so we're in the Legendary Goku event, and, well, things have actually gone pretty good. So, again, let me read out LR Full-Power Frieza's full passive here so we can sort of get the gist of what he's able to do. Number 1, he greatly raises his attack on 18 key super attack, which is important, of course. He gets 80% attack at the start of turn. Then he gets 10% attack under 90% HP, 20% attack under 70%, another 20% under 50%, and then he gets a final 20% attack under 30%, and a guaranteed crit. Now, obviously, under 30% HP is insanely difficult to do. I'm not really, like, it's not super important that I show that off in this video, I don't think, because that's not something you're very likely to get. Like LR Cell, you're not very likely to see him transform, right? So, right here, this is actually a great turn. We are just, as you guys can see, we're at, like, 32% HP or 33 or something like that. But this is, like, Frieza almost completely maxed out. We don't have any support type units on rotation, though, but Frieza is getting most of his links. I am going to use an Icarus. Now, normally I would probably use a double Icarus right here, but unfortunately, be it a bug or a glitch or what, you can't stack two of the same damage reduction item right now. I am personally hoping that this is going to turn out to be just a glitch, but we'll see what happens, because if it's not a glitch, it does make grinding the World Tournament even more annoying, and that's like the stupidest thing in the world. Rather than make, so 4.48, that's good. That's real good, but for how hard it is for, you know, to get this damage that low on health, I would like to see more. But then again, there is no support type unit on this rotation, right? So, you know, if we can get Turles over here, we get that EGL Freeze over here. Oh, good. This is gonna hurt. Okay, all right. Goku is getting a little antsy with the super attacks today. The good news is, my Icarus is gonna get wasted right here, so that's always fun, you know. Very, very good, very good. But we have Frieza's full passive active. Unfortunately, you know, I didn't bring enough defensive items, I think, to allow me to last until Turles would get to Full-Power Frieza's turn. But we're still going to be able to see him probably crack 5 million with his full passive, plus being linked up with that AGL Final Form Frieza, who they have, you know, nearly the same link set. Basically, it's just like Over in a Flash and Legendary Power that they don't share, I believe. So that'll be real good for Full-Power Frieza, obviously. Full-Power Frieza is good, but, you know, okay, I guess if I was to change LR Full-Power Frieza, really, the one big thing I just want to do is take away his HP loss on his 12 key super attack. Not really the biggest fan of that. And I probably would also, so, you know, he gets 2 key and 80% attack and defense at the start of turn, just normally. I think making that 3 key or 4 key, and then like 100% attack and defense at the start of turn, I think that would be a little bit more in line with a unit that would last a bit longer in the meta. I mean, Frieza's probably always going to be good. Like, summonable LRs, none of them are, like, fodder. Like, even LR Broly, who I'm not a fan of, SCR LR Broly, can do ridiculous damage to this day, right? So, like, he has use. Or, you know, physical LR Cell, like, you know, honestly, to me, physical LR Cell feels, like, less impressive than, like, pretty much any other summonable LR. Like, he barely hits hard. His defense isn't even that great. But, you know, in something like World Tournament or Super Battle Road, he is an AoE unit. He does heal, so he does have very helpful factors. I mean, that's the one good thing, is that no summonable LR is, like, outdated to the point that you can't use them. They all still have insane value. Really, I would say it's almost based, like, pretty much entirely off of how ridiculous their stats are compared to normal units. It's a complete game changer, right? Okay. So, Cooler does have a lot of health. I'm actually hesitant to get all those AGL orbs. I could do it with Turles, just to get a little bit more HP, but that's not going to push us above 30% HP. So, Frieza is going to have his absolute full passive on this next turn. Let's see what his full passive is going to be. I probably could get away with a King Yama and Icarus combo right here, but it's tough. I'll do this. Okay, bam. Then we'll give Frieza all these AGL orbs. That's full key. We have to use an Icarus. Yeah, actually, okay. So we're going to use an Icarus, and then I'm going to use a King Yama. That does work. That counts. Like, if you use 2 different damage reduction items, that does actually count. Cooler's defense is too high. I don't want to give him all of those orbs right there. That probably would heal us above 30% HP, which I don't want to do right now. So let's see what Full-Power Frieza does right here. His full passive active. Plus Big Bad Bosses, plus a greatly raised attack on his 18 key. And Full-Power Frieza is up to 5.5 million. Now, again, LR Cell, I can do that as well, but it's super, super hard to do that. Whereas, you know, theoretically, you could say that Frieza could do this on, like, turn 2, right? Like, easily. Like, I mean, I guess technically so could Cell, you know, because all he has to do is fall below 30% HP, and then you have to get, what, 7 or 8 orbs with him or something like that. Cell's passive is, like, designed in almost kind of like a quirky way, where you don't expect his passive is going to work the way it does, where it multiplies, basically, like all the different tiers of his passive, where, you know, each, I have to use a King Yama right here, by the way, but, like, sort of each one, like, kind of, like, multiplies into itself, like, kind of like Tech Beerus' passive or something like that, and that's why, like, LR Cell, you know, if you don't get a lot of orbs with him transformed, he doesn't seem that impressive, but once you get a ton of orbs with him, he's hitting, like, a freight train, but it's just, they made him, like, so, like, it's so uncommon that you're gonna do this stuff. It's just, like, I don't really understand, you know, and again, it's like, you know, Kale and Khalifa can kind of wake up on turn 1 and they're doing more damage easily, like, not even close to what, like, LR Cell's max is, so it's just very bizarre, right? So, okay. Man. Alright. So Frieza has his full passive active, right? I'm gonna be really annoyed if this doesn't work out. God Goku had to attack, what, 5 times in the first turn? We don't have we're gonna get Big Bad Bosses after, like, 1 or 2 hits here. Okay, I'm gonna do this. Well, wait, does Frieza... I have to, because I wouldn't have, there's nothing I could do. I guess rather than the shoe item, I should have brought, like, a Ghost Usher or something like that. Okay, I mean, as long as AGL Final Form Frieza will hold out for us, I mean, we're going to get Frieza's max right here. I think this is Frieza's max right here, because we're going to activate, his full passive is active already. Big Bad Bosses is going to activate, oh, that's a lot. We're done. I'm not going to get it. It's so stupid. Okay, alright, well, very fun. Great. Awesome. Well, I mean, listen, we did see a lot of Full-Power Frieza. I guess this was a perfect rendition of exactly why, you know, his passive is very annoyingly set up. I wanted to see... I guess, actually, if I had put Full-Power Frieza in the first slot, we would have gotten his full passive and everything active, but I couldn't have known that Goku was going to super attack in slot 1 to activate Big Bad Bosses. Just very, very annoying. I'm not going to try and get that again, but that's why, like, some of these units where you have to be under certain HP thresholds, it's just, like, almost fool's gold, because you're just almost never going to see it. It's not practical. It's not realistic. It's difficult to get a lot of it. That's why, you know, I probably like this Full-Power Frieza better than LR Cell, but they both suffer from the same issues, but the difference is that Full-Power Frieza has amazing links, whereas Cell does not, right? But they are, I would say they are, in essence, very similar units. Cell does have a far superior leader skill, I will say that. Frieza's is really good, especially for like Dokkan Battlefield, but Cell's, I would say, is a little bit better, right? So let's go ahead and take a look at these stats for LR Full-Power Frieza. Alright, so this is Survival Risking Final Attack, Frieza Full Power. His leader skill is the Full Power category, key +4 and 130% of stats, or Extreme STR 4 key and 100% of stats. So a phenomenal leader skill for Dokkan Battlefield. Obviously, all of these new age LRs with their dual leader skills in this manner are just like the kings of Dokkan Battlefield, and will just make it so much easier for you when you have a very powerful leader like this that can really just get a whole bunch of good units. Because there's some really good STR full power units that Frieza will give very nice buffs to. Frieza's 12 key super attack is the Death Saucer, which causes Mega Colossal damage while sacrificing 8% HP. So that is good. Frieza's one of the rare LRs that has Mega Colossal on both 12 and 18 key super attacks. His 18 key super is the Nova Strike, which greatly raises attack for 1 turn and does Mega Colossal damage to the enemy. His passive skill, Amplified Rage, is key 2 and 80% attack and defense at the start of turn. Then he gets 1 key and 10% attack when below 90% HP. He gets an additional 2 key and 20% attack when below 70% HP. Then he gets an additional 2 key and 20% attack when HP is below 50%. And then he gets his final 2 key, 20% attack, and a guaranteed crit when HP is 30% or below. So his passive will give you, what, a total of 100, 120, 140, 150% attack and 80% defense when it's fully built up, which is a lot for a unit that has almost 22,000 attack. So plus Big Bad Bosses, he's able to hit very, very hard. His links are Prodigies, Universe's Most Malevolent, Strongest Clan in Space, Big Bad Bosses, Over in a Flash, Fierce Battle, and Legendary Power. That's the difference from LR Cell to this Frieza. LR Cell completely shafted all over the place in links and stuff like that, whereas Frieza has the top of the line everything for the teams he wants to be on. Multipliers are the same as most summonable LRs, 150% 12 key, 200% 24 key, and then he is on a couple of different category teams. He is on Full Power. Of course, that is the team that he's, sort of the pseudo leader of. Then he's also over here on the Planet Namek Saga team, where he's, I would honestly, yeah, he's the best unit on the category, I would say, for sure. Probably him, Super Saiyan Goku, and then I would imagine Nail is third. Then he's over here on the, which one is this? Transformation Boost team, that's right. Yeah, as if Transformation Boost isn't ridiculous enough already. Literally every update is like Transformation Boost gets stronger. It's insane. It's honestly insane. And then over here, he is on the Wicked Bloodline team, which, again, I do feel is in need of some updates. A new Transforming Cooler into Final Form Cooler. Golden Cooler could be the first Heroes Dokkan Fest. I'd be totally cool with that. Goresh wants Golden Metal Cooler, but I do feel like Golden Cooler will probably arrive before Golden Metal Cooler. Although I do think both of them probably will come to Dokkan eventually. I'm excited for Heroes cards. Stuff like legitimately, I would be probably not as excited as Goresh for Golden Cooler and Golden Metal Cooler, but I would much rather have Golden Metal Cooler in Dokkan than, I don't know, like a Saiyan Saga, Vegeta, and Raditz or something like that. Like, I don't know. Like, Golden Metal Cooler is definitely high on my list of stuff I would like to see, because it's just a completely fresh character for the game, right? Which is awesome. Rather than like a retread or a redo, we get a brand new type of character, which the Wicked Bloodline team honestly badly needs, because, it is kind of a small category, right? Not a lot of different characters. So, there's LR Full-Power Frieza. Should global players summon for him? No, because he's on a legendary summon banner. Wait for him to come to you in the future. Do not chase a summonable LR like this. LR Full-Power Frieza is very good, but I do not even recommend players to chase LR Kale Khalifa, the best unit in the game. So I certainly do not recommend you chasing LR Full-Power Frieza, but he is good. No doubt about that. So thanks guys for watching, and I'll catch y'all next time.